I apologize for, let's call it episode 1 of What the Fuck. The bad times of the AWA got cut off. My phone just stopped recording. So, and I didn't know I was going to do it. But this is episode 2 of the AWA What the Fuck. My What the Fuck series. Had to do one on the AWA. Let's talk about more of Wrestle Rock 86. Really bad show. Dragged on, went way too fucking long. 3 cage matches to end AWA Lockdown 86. Wrestle Rock 86. 3 cage matches in a row. Nobody wanted to see that. The fans didn't fucking care. A lot of them looked asleep. And the AWA product just kept beating the fans. Beating them over and over. They didn't want to be beat anymore, but they kept beating them and abusing them. So much that the fans just stopped coming and caring. Just horrendous booking. You had a steel cage match, Greg Gagne and the murderer, Jimmy Snuka, because WWF didn't want him in 86. Even though stupid Vince brought him back in 89, I don't know why, he shouldn't have. Greg Gagne and Jimmy Snuka, because AWA, we take murderers. Defeated King Kong Brody and the Barbarian. Why the fuck were they calling Bruiser Brody King Kong Brody? Stupid name. I guess they thought people would think it was King Kong Bundy from the WWF. Probably. So Greg Gagne, Jimmy Snuka defeated them. I didn't care. The best talent in the match was the Barbarian and Brody. That was it. So the Snuka was just done. He was past his prime after 83, in my opinion. And that poor woman that he killed, his ex-girlfriend, Nancy Argentino, I think is her name. He murdered her. Sadly, she had to fall for a drug addict abuser. Very sad. So up next, another cage match at Lockdown 80, AWA Lockdown 86. Vern Gagne defeated Sheik Adnan El Casey, who would go to WWF in 1990. It was horrendous. It was 6 minutes. Why was Vern wrestling? Why? What the fuck? What the fuck, Vern? Why'd you put yourself on this show? I guess to draw more fans, but it didn't work. Because you should have had at least 30,000 there for 16 matches. Should have drew way more. You should have drew way more than, what'd you draw? 23,000. Should have drew at least 30. For 16 matches, you had the Road Warriors, the Freebirds. You had All Japan Pro Wrestling talent, the Great Baba, Tiger Mask from, I believe, New Japan, Sergeant Slaughter, Scott Hall, Kurt Hennig, Midnight Rockers, Rick Martel, Harley Race, Nick Bockwinkel, Stan Hansen, Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo, the Fabulous Ones. You had midgets on the show. You had 3 cage matches, and you couldn't draw more than that because you were dying. Your company was dying. A slow, painful, sad, depressing, pathetic death. And it would get worse. AWA actually would get worse after 86. So the final match is the Road Warriors defeating Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes. And it went too long. It was 21 minutes in a cage. It was too long. The Road Warriors should have just destroyed them in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So now I'm going to talk about, good God. AWA debuts. What the fuck, AWA and Vern? AWA debuts ninjas in their company. That was stupid. That was beyond stupid. I mean, the guys weren't that bad of workers under the ninja masks. I believe one of them was from Japan, a pretty good worker. I forget his name. But the ninjas, that Larry Zbyszko finds mysterious Ninja Go. Good God. You had Super Ninja and Ninja Go. Take on the Rockers for the AWA Championship tag titles. Why are you having ninjas even challenge for one of your titles? That's stupid. But it was I will give Vern a little bit of a pass. It was the 80s. But still, fucking ninjas in your company. What the fuck, Vern? NWA didn't bring in ninjas. That shit is too goofy. Even Vince, WWF, he didn't bring in ninjas. God, what were you thinking, AWA and Vern or whoever came up with it? Maybe Greg Gagne thought it was a good idea. Hey, Dad, let's bring in ninjas. And now WWE decided we're going to bring in ninjas, but at least they're a comedy group and a comedy act with the 24/7 title with the former champion Ozawa. At least the ninjas were actually served a purpose in the segment at Backlash. I thought it was funny. The cinematic Viking Raiders and Street Profits fight where the ninjas showed up, I thought it was at least funny. And the ninjas weren't taken seriously. Now again, the ninja that played Super Ninja and Ninja Go in the AWA, I'm sure they're good workers. They didn't look that bad when I saw them wrestle like once or twice on ESPN and in AWA. They weren't that bad. But the problem was the ninja gimmick. Leave ninjas in movies. Don't bring them in wrestling. Even though I don't think the ninjas will be around long in WWE. I doubt it. If they're still around in like 6 months, that's a bad fucking idea, and they should not be. So my final thought about the AWA in this What the Fuck episode 2, part 2. Vern, what the fuck? You shouldn't have let Hogan go, but you did because you were greedy and he left your ass. And you lost a whole bunch of other talent. You could not know, Vern did not know how to change with the times. Wrestling was evolving. It was becoming a different era. Vince exposed the business, said we are sports entertainment. So right there, well, Vern refused. I don't think he ever called AWA sports entertainment, and he never did. And, well, good for him. That's his right. He didn't have to. He probably told the fans we are the best wrestling company or something, which it was a lie. The AWA was very good in the 60s and 70s and very early 80s. They did good shit. Later, they did good stuff with the Midnight Rockers and Kurt Hennig as AWA champion, and Kurt Hennig against Nick Bockwinkel, and bringing in the Road Warriors. That was good shit. Bring in Andre the Giant in the early 80s for Battle Royals and to team up with Hogan. That was good. But the AWA in the 80s is when it died. It definitely was dead and buried already by 1990. And they went under in 91. I don't think they ran a show in 91. I doubt it. The bottom line is, Vern, you would not change with the times. You kept boring. After you lost all your talent that was really good to the WWF, you kept boring wrestlers that nobody cared about. Not everybody. Kurt Hennig, Nick Bockwinkel, Midnight Rockers, even Larry Zbyszko. They were still good. But the other wrestlers you had, nobody cared about. They couldn't draw an arena, a full arena. They could not draw a big crowd. The wrestlers you had left. Even making Jerry Lawler as your champion, that was stupid. That was stupid. Really dumb. Bringing in Kerry Von Erich and Jerry Lawler, that was a mess. Because they didn't work for you. So, what the fuck, Vern? You fucked your own company in the 80s. You really did. You lost all your talent. You tried to screw Hogan. You fucked yourself, Vern. But Vern is a legend. Rest in peace, Vern Gagne. You did start the AWA. You were a great amateur wrestler. You were a great pro wrestler, world champion in your prime. You're probably like a 9 to 20 time world champion in the AWA. Not as much as damn Jerry Lawler in the USWA made himself like a fucking 30-time world champion. But Vern had a lot more talent than Jerry Lawler, at least. At least Vern could fucking really, really wrestle and put on a great match. In the early days of the AWA, Vern had a great series of matches. Had great matches with Billy Robinson and Nick Bockwinkel. This ends my What the Fuck Part 2 on the AWA. Hope you enjoyed it. To me, what was the worst what the fuck moments that the AWA did? One camera, lost all their talent, could not change with the times, had boring wrestlers, boring matches, bad lighting, bad production. Not god-awful production, but not great production. Not like NWA or Vince. Obviously, Vince and WWF had the best production in the 80s and still do. But, hope you enjoyed this What the Fuck on the AWA. In the bad times of the AWA. Check out Part 1, Episode 1 of my What the Fuck on the AWA. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at WWENXTGuy. Also, if you can afford it, leave me a tip. Go to my PayPal in the description. Bye for now.